Hello, everyone. I am Krandall Brantley from Buckeyes Daily. The drought is over. The Ohio State Buckeyes defeat Michigan 27 to 9, ending the losing streak, ending all the doubt, silencing the doubters. In how many days was it? 2,191 days. Michigan had a good run and met the roadblock today. Um, there's a lot of things to talk about that led to the losing streak, but it is over today. There were no excuses. Apparently, there's some communication issues where they couldn't get some play calls done from the booth. That's a coincidence, but it didn't matter. Why? Because OSU won in the trenches. They beat you all your own game. Let's get to the summary of the game. First play from scrimmage for Michigan. I think it's a time for Michigan, for Ohio State to make a statement, get a 3-and-out, let them know they're like, hey, don't even think about having a little confidence in this game. We're here. We're gonna shut things down. Nah, man. First play from scrimmage, Jordan Marshall, 36 yards. You're like, no, not again. Like, I'm thinking like 2021 flashback where they just got gashed on the run all game. Like, come on, no. But they settled. OSU forced a field goal, 3-zip. Michigan. OSU first drive. I didn't mind that first play. Saying deep ball to Carlo Tate. Didn't get it. Might have been a little holding, but I don't mind it in rivalry game. But the next play, that's when things got real. Saying interception. The crowd going bonkers. Sideline going bonkers. And you're just thinking, like, not again. Like, here we go. No. At that point, OSU's defense, they had to get a stop. They did. 3rd and 6, got off the field, great coverage by Iggy, and 6-zip Michigan. Could have been worse. Could have been 10-zip, 14-zip. It's 6-zip. And so you're thinking OSU finally settle in, get a touchdown here, and have the lead. Bo Jackson made a guy miss, made a guy fall, goes 36 yards, almost almost home run hitter touchdown, but goes down to the 1 yard line, and all right, getting things like rolling here, and then Michigan linebacker Deshaun Barham with a headbutt on the ref, bro. What? I think that was serious. Like, you really headbutted a ref and didn't get tossed. Yeah, it was a personal foul penalty, first down Ohio State. But I've watched the NBA for a long time. I've seen guys get tossed for saying that's a BS call. It was actually a BS call. And so, a headbutt, yeah. But it was first down Ohio State. So goal opportunity right here. Would have been 3rd down, like 3rd and 4 for Ohio State. It's now 1st and goal. Could just run the ball 4 straight times. And they still screwed it up. One play, Sayan fell on a QB sneak. Then you have 4th and inches. Here's a chance to take the lead here after a tough start. And it's false start. And you're like, great. Now Michigan can still play their game. They still have momentum. Like, come on. Why are we doing this? But then the next OSU drive, Carlo Tate, 2 key 3rd down conversions getting open, and now Sands getting some rhythm here, and 4th and 5 near midfield. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Saying to JJ for the touchdown. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. That's the Ryan Day that we like to see. That's the Ryan Day we saw in the playoff. That's the Ryan Day we saw 3rd and long in the Natty to beat Notre Dame. That's the Ryan Day we saw against Oregon and Tennessee. That's the Ryan Day we wanted to see against Michigan, and we got it. Don't leave JJ one-on-one. Come on. Y'all ain't watching that film? You can't do that. And Jeremiah Smith made Zeke Berry. He put Zeke Berry on skates double move. Made that boy. Whew. Touchdown. And I don't even want to talk about this controversial call. It wasn't a controversial call. Like if they actually called that a touchback, it would have been absurd. You cannot call that a touchback. Um, I've never seen that a touchback. I've seen a guy run in the end zone and a defender like pop the ball out and it goes over the goal line. I've seen that called a touchback, but not somebody just going untouched and bobbling the ball a little bit. No. And my like rule of thumb here, like if it's a long review, like I don't know if I can cuss on here, so I'm gonna say like some like buckery happens. Um, and when the commentator was saying like, "Oh yeah, this should be a touchback," now I'm thinking like this is we have flashbacks from Clemson 2019 on the scoop and score that was called incompletion. But the rules stand, touchdown OSU, 10-6. If you really want to talk about where it should have been flags, Zeke Berry held Jeremiah Smith. All right, a double move. So that would have negated a touchback, and it still would have been OSU first down. And the way they moved the ball all game, it's likely OSU would have scored anyway. But would have been a momentum swing where OSU lose the ball on touchback. All right, so it's not really a controversial call because it should have been a penalty on Michigan in the first place. Okay. So next OSU drive, Sam was in his bag. They got to the red zone. They killed a lot of clock. So like basically like kill the rest of the second quarter clock here. Then they call a halfback toss, and you're like, bro, go forward. What? They lose yardage, just 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 4, and you're like, why call that one? You could just move forward. And worst case scenario is 3rd and 1. Now it's 3rd and 3. But hey, I give props are due. The next play call was great and ran to perfection. Saying to Ennis on a slant, touchdown. I think it was like a pick from Max Clare that left Ennis wide open. The Ennis with the LeBron Selly. Touchdown, OSU. And now they have the momentum going into the half, 17-9. And they went to the half knowing they were one play away from breaking the game open. OSU's number one defense finally forces a punt, a second half punt against Michigan for the first time since 2019. They finally forced a punt and set the tone here, okay? And then it was a special teams blunder from Michigan. That doesn't happen. There's usually money on special teams. I mean, the field kicker, he was 3 for 3. I'll give him props there. But this punt set up OSU near midfield. And the next possession. Who told you that OSU was one play away from breaking the game open at halftime earlier this week? Who told you saying to Krandall Tate, deep ball touchdown, 3rd quarter, break the game open? That's what happened today. Saying threw a perfect ball to Krandall Tate, touchdown. You know, 2-possession score, 2-possession lead against OSU defense seems like 4 scores. Like when you're playing like a Big 12 team, like they knew that it's gonna be scary, all right. And so like you're hyped by that point as an OSU fan. 24-9 OSU, and then look, OSU's defense showed out and was ready to play bully ball in the 3rd quarter. OSU's O-line was ready to play bully ball in the second half. Old school bully ball. That is trestle ball, Woody Hayes. They were ready to go in the trenches. And OSU dominated Michigan in the trenches. It looked like OSU had like a month of rest in the second half. And Michigan was like limping out there because they just played 4 straight weeks of the old AFC North of the Ray Lewis Ravens and the Troy Polamalu Steelers. Like, that's how much OSU was dominating them boys in the trenches in the second half. Loved it, man. Just loved it. And OSU destroyed Michigan at their own game. Bully ball. Like, y'all pride yourselves on bully ball. OSU beat y'all at that. They weren't scared of the maize and blue, the Wolverine, the helmets. They weren't scared of any of that. All the trash talk. They came in and handled their business and got the dub, pushed y'all around in y'all's building. Loved it. OSU, 20 play drive that started late in the third quarter. It killed nearly 12 minutes of the clock. And it ended in a field goal with 8:10 remaining in the game. And you're thinking like, oh, I kind of want a touchdown there. But either way, touchdown or field goal, it was still a 3 possession lead for Ohio State. And it was great. Jaden Fielding got his look back, got some revenge, some redemption from last year's performance when he missed two field goals. And so for him to have that moment, that's dope. That's Trestle Ball at its finest. That 20-play drive, Trestle Ball at its finest, and Michigan sitting there, nothing they can do. OSU's just killing the clock. It's what OSU prepared for, like all season long, from preparing to control tempo. They could have scored 60 points on some of these teams. They chose to practice for this, to beat this team. And that's what they did. It's late in the fourth quarter. OSU's in their own territory. 4th and 1. You're going to punt it away? No. You're going to go for it. All right? That's what they did. Donaldson got the pickup, ball game. Man. The O-line, gotta give props when props are due, man. Like, what? Before I go into all that, when the game was over, OSU players were celebrating their teammates and their fans. You see Michigan players standing around trying to prevent OSU from planting the flag. I'm thinking, man, no one's planting the flag. That's what y'all do. Ain't nobody planting the flag. Then to come to find out, Jermaine Matthews and Iggy, they're like, no, we want all the smoke. They wanted to plant a flag. They were walking around with the Ohio against the world flag, and they absolutely wanted to plant that flag in the middle of the field. They did. Not only that, well, when that happened, Ryan Day and some other staff members prevented that. Said, no, we're going to celebrate this in the locker room. All right? Not here. So they stopped that. There's another video. Ryan Day, he's telling Sherman Moore, like, hey, like, we don't have any problems here. Like, let's just get our players and go about our business. And then later on, at some point, Ray Matthews walked around with a belt. He was not playing. The OSU about that action today. They were not playing. He's walking around with a belt. All right? That's what happened. But, man, they came to play. I know y'all are excited, man. Like, that is major. And you know what's major? OSU plays #1 team next week. I'm not even talking about that, man. No, we're talking about this game, talking about the rivalry, the game, the best rivalry in sports. It's finally on OSU's side. Let's keep talking about it. I give props and props are due. I said the O-line was a question mark going into this game. They dominated, especially in the second half. All right? They get 1 sack all game. Saying was kept clean, and that's a recipe for disaster for Michigan. If he was kept clean, these receivers, it was a wrap. Saying dice them up. And Michigan fans wanted a bad weather game. They wanted the bad weather. They were like, yeah, it's snowing. It's going to be cold. All this. OSU said, no problem. But keep in mind, OSU in control at halftime. They were winning 17-9. Michigan was leading the rushing battle. One of the rushing battles won the past 24, 23 seasons since 2001. Michigan was out-rushing OSU at that point, 108-76. Let's get to the final rushing stats, okay? OSU won the rushing battle, 186-100. So Michigan had -8 rushing yards in the second half. -8. -8. It's not a typo on the screen. That was -8. They pride themselves on bully ball and win the second half. They said the game is close. We're out tough OSU. It's not what happened. LSU, methodical drive. They made sure to end this thing before the fourth quarter. Like, leave no doubt. Don't give them any confidence for the fourth quarter. Come back, keeping it close. No, it was done. Man, so some key stats here. Saying diced them up, 233. He's one win away from winning the Heisman. Say it wasn't adversity, you don't know college football at all. If, based off the recent history of the rivalry, the doubt going into the game, um, when it was 3-zip, threw that pick, and that crowd was going bonkers, and him to settle in this game in the bad weather and did what he did that. I'm not saying he's the favorite right now. It doesn't matter. It's a two-way race between him and Mendoza. I know Jeremiah Love is in that discussion, but he don't have a Heisman moment. He'd have to go for like 6 touchdowns against Stanford for that to be a Heisman moment. But it's Stanford. They're not great this year. It's usually a 1 versus 2 battle, undefeated teams next weekend. So the winner of that game is going to win the Heisman at a San and Fernando Mendoza. Bo Jackson, 166 all-purpose yards, 166. Almost had a touchdown in the first quarter on a big 36-yard run, but he had key first downs. He made guys miss. He juked guys. He broke tackles. He handled the bad weather. He was the best back in the building. He's a true freshman. This outstanding game, absolutely brilliant game from Bo Jackson. And Krandall Tate silenced any doubt he was healthy for this game. Not just the 50-yard touchdown he had in third quarter. He had key third down conversions in the first half when OSU was still might have had some doubt in this game, when they were still trying to settle in, saying while the crowd was going crazy, Krandall Tate had these key third downs and then broke one off, broke the game open in the third quarter, ball game. Then Kenyatta Jackson and the interior defensive line. They went up front and they forced Michigan to play a style of play they didn't want to play against Ohio State. This is what they didn't want to play against Ohio State in a long time. And OSU finally had to play their game against Michigan. They forced Bryce Underwood to drop back and throw. It did not go well. Bryce Underwood, he had less than 10 completions all game for a total of 63 yards. Matt Patricia knew he had him on lock. He knew it. This is supposed to be Wolverine superstar, #1 recruit, the Detroit Monster, the bully in the ring. That's not what happened. Not this year. All right. We'll see what happens next year, but they held him in check. Let's go with the receivers. Nothing. Andrew Marsh, the true freshman, star. No receptions. It's not a typo. Check the stats. He had no receptions. And then the next guy, receiver, Donovan McCulley. 3 receptions for 46 yards. That's it for their receivers. That is it. That's why Iggy and Dwayne Matthews were talking trash. That's why they were celebrating the way they did. They locked them dudes up. So the freshman duo of Underwood and Marsh have a bright future ahead of them. They sure do. But for now, we got to hold this L for 365. Iggy had the interception called back last week on senior day. But this one meant a lot more. I guarantee it. This one held up. He took his helmet off and celebrated. We don't care. Unfortunately, penalty, we don't care. Go celebrate, man. You got the dub. You beat the team up north. We don't care. The game was already over anyway. It's what we wanted, man. This is what we wanted going into this game. We wanted OSU, Michigan, everything on the line. The game. We wanted a Big Ten title spot to go to Indy on the line. We wanted a chance to go to the playoff for both teams here. And that's what we got. And once the game got to the second quarter, it was a Buckeye body bag. All right? Like, OSU fans got nothing to complain about for this game. Michigan fans had their hopes up to win, go 5 straight, make the playoff. No. Body bag. They're going to wait for next year. You're going to probably go to the B-Dubs Bowl or something like that. But no playoff for y'all. No. OSU's, watch what happens in Indy. They're getting a bye. Y'all got to hold that L. So there was a video, 10 TV in Columbus, Matt Patricia embracing Ryan Day. Then you have Dre Matthews embracing Ryan Day. You can tell that these players, they were really playing for Day. They were playing for the staff, their players, the former players, the alumni, the whole state of Ohio. But they were really playing for Ryan Day. You could tell they went out there and put it all on the line for that man, and they got it done. Monkey's off his back. All right. Nothing can be said at this point about his tenure here. He beat them. He's gonna beat them again in the near future. And OSU, they're playing a 1-2 matchup. And I'm not talking about that today. This is all about the game. That's how it should be. I shouldn't be thinking this is not one of these games where you win. You're like, okay, on the next one, we got Indiana. Yeah, it's a major game. It's a Big Ten championship game, but this means more. This is the game, and the trash talk is over with. I got no Michigan fans hit me up talking about, give them next year. None of that. All right, and I'm gonna be gracious, y'all. I'm gonna handle this dub. I thought we are gonna win. Okay, but let me know in the comments if you think this is a top 5 Michigan dub in your lifetime. Considering the rivalry record recently, let me know and in the comments and celebrate this one, man. I know I am. Go Bucks. #1 undefeated regular season, and we're on to Indy. All right, go Bucks.